Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Welcome, travelers. Welcome. Welcome to episode 514 of Bible Study Devotional BMX Flatland Learning. Where these streams are super weird and awkward. They're really awkward. I'm not even gonna lie, but we keep. I'll be honest. I use the streaming as a way of. It's honestly a motivational tool at this point. It gets me off of my phone. It gets me to go and try and do it, and it gives me some sense of camaraderie, even if nobody's really viewing it. There is a sense of camaraderie in some degree when people join in and give their banter at times. But the thing is I like the skate park vibes. I like it. I like when people are just hyping each other up. They're like, yeah, go for it, bro. You got it. And the thing is that, like, I don't know, what about, it seems like Flatlands is way more obscure. I mean, I wish I was living back out in Long Beach, man. At least there was a scene out there. There's so many Flatland riders out there, but man, it's like where I'm at right now. It's just, there's barely any flatland riders at all. There's actually only 2 other flatland riders in the entire state where I'm at. In the entire state, and I don't even live close by them. So, like, this is another reason why I started streaming, is because I need to get motivated to try and, get in it. And you know what's really weird about doing these streams, especially, like, okay, so like yesterday how I didn't land a single thing? I did not land a single thing, bro. And, like, I think in most cases, I actually would have deleted that stream. And I would have been like, oh, I don't want people seeing that. But why I don't delete them is because I start doing the Bible studies in front of them. So I don't know if there's like I don't know, hopefully those streams do get me humbled at times. It really puts it into perspective. But sometimes it trips me out too, because I start like questioning if it's my bike geometry. I'm wondering if it's because of these forks right here, because they're not 0 degree offset. And I'm not really running, by the way, I'm not running many flatland parts. The only truly flatland specific part that I have is this peg given to me by Ryan Russell. Shout out to Ryan Russell in Long Beach. He's the I think he rides for S&M. He's like the flat rider for S&M or something like that. But he gave me my first set of flatland pegs. And, like, at the time I was pegless. And, like, it was like, like that part in Star Wars where Luke gets the lightsaber. That's what it felt like. I literally told him, I was like, bro, I ain't even going to use these. He's like, nah, dude, you're going to need these. And so happens, like a year later, I put them on, and now here I am struggling to learn flatland. Man, it is a struggle, bro. It's like, it's given me such a different perspective on, like, so many riders that ride flatland. I'm just like, bro, how long did you guys take to learn that trick? I'm like, it's absurd. Like, I don't know if most people really realize. I mean, maybe I'm just like a super slow learner. I think I am just a really slow learner. But some of these tricks, bro, like, I really thought that I was just going to learn it, like, really easy, because they make it look so easy, right? They make it look like it's nothing sometimes. And you're just like, oh, it won't be that hard, right? And then you're just sitting there. I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, how are you guys doing this, man? It's crazy. Anyway, we're going to get into the Bible study. I didn't even get the little tripod thing. You guys want to see the setup? This is the setup that I have. I use it's actually not even a camera holder. This is a painting easel from Walmart. Shout outs to Walmart. This thing's like $15. And then I have this clipper thing, and we clip the phone on it like that. And we set it up like that. And we're going to do a Bible study. I know the Bible studies are really cringy, but honestly, I always kind of end up getting a little bit more fulfilled. And as these commentaries and all these things put it forward, they say, seek first the kingdom of God. And, Jesus likens the kingdom to trying to plant seeds out into the field. And by the way, I will reiterate, I do think if you're a believer out there, there's many different ways to plant seeds of faith. And I think, but I think maybe in the position of where I'm at in the season of faith, my walk of faith in the journey of where I'm at the moment, we're gonna do Bible studies, right? Because it's been a strange walk, actually. In terms of like attempting to plant seeds of faith, right? How it first started, I think, for me was kind of creeping into it, and then like I would have some believer friends, and I would draw some sort of It was weird because I would draw things that weren't even related to the Bible, right? And they'd be like, "Oh, you should try and add a little cross into it," like because I'd like draw knights and stuff, right? Which ended up actually maybe getting deeper into the lore of the paladin, and they were like, "Oh yeah, put a little cross in it." So like I would just start doing that, right? And I don't know if that's really planting a seed of faith, but I mean, I guess it's attempting to. And then it started getting into like getting deeper in the lore, and then drawing people's RPG characters, and then like getting deeper into that lore, and started looking into like paladins and clerics, and like all these RPG classes that have like the holy powers and stuff like that, right? And there's just so much lore into that. What's actually very strange, actually, that my friend down the street, literally two houses down the street. So what ended up happening, I should actually just bring him out here, but I don't know, I think it's kind of controversial. It is very controversial. But the thing is that his grandma used to be really, really into Dungeons and Dragons, like D&D, right? And there was this one day, like when I was a kid, like he handed me all these D&D books, right? And what was weird is like he just like gifted them to me for my birthday or something like that. And like I don't play it anymore. I've only like played it a couple times because that game is like too ridiculous. Like it's like so hard to get into. But like what was weird is I remember like when he handed me all these Dungeons and Dragons, and they were like old Dungeons and Dragons. It wasn't like this new like 4th edition, 5th edition, or I don't know what edition they're at right now. It was like old like 70s version, like AD&D, like D&D 3.5, which is actually kind of a newer one. But it was like AD&D and like D&D 3.5. And what was weird is when he handed me all these books, it was like 7 books that he handed me, right? And when I got these when I was like kind of like younger, right? And he handed me these, and like he was my older friend. And he told me his favorite class is the paladin. I was like, what? And I was like, all right, whatever. I always liked the rogue growing up, because I mained a rogue in WoW. And the thing is that I never really like played it. I would just like flip through the art, and just like look at that. And then what was weird, as I got, then there was many times where I totally forgot about all that stuff. And then what was weird is someone told me that Gary Gygax was actually a believer. This is the most ridiculous thing, right? The very person that that made Dungeons and Dragons, he was actually a believer. His name was Gary Gygax, and he had some. I know this is controversial. It is very controversial. I don't know. I forgot which denomination he was in, but he was in some weird denomination. I really don't remember. Something like that. But the weird thing is that he was a believer. And what's a little odd about it is that I watched this Dungeons and Dragons. If you watch I think it's the Dungeons and Dragons documentary from like I think it might be like the early 90s or even like the 80s or something. And it goes into like how Gary Gygax started, how he started the role-playing game, right? And actually he started from this game I think called Little Wars or something like that. And it was this old tabletop game from that I think military commanders would actually play this game for reenactments of battle scenarios and stuff like that. Well, what ended up happening is he got the rules for that, and then he changed it to where he made this game. The first iteration of D&D, it was actually called Chainmail, right? And if you look at what's hilarious about Chainmail is if you look at it, the very first image of it, it's some like dude with a cross on it. Here, let's see. Actually, I can find it. It's hilarious. I'm like, what in the world? Here, let me see what it's. I think it's called Chainmail. Chainmail RPG. Oh yeah, it's called Chainmail. So this was the first iteration of Dungeons and Dragons, which it's actually quite funny. I don't know if I've brought this up to people that play D&D, and they, for some odd reason, they haven't heard about it. The only reason why I know about it is because of this old school like D&D documentary I watched, right? But this was actually the first iteration of D&D. It was called Chainmail, right? This dude with a cross on it. Just funny. And it's just funny because, like, it's just so strange because as I kind of look back, sometimes I go, man, did Gary Gygax kind of, like, buff up the Paladin to some degree? And it was weird because, my friend gave me all these books and he told me his favorite class was the Paladin. There's actually another little illustration in D&D somewhere. I think somewhere in the AD&D books. And it's actually like this Paladin. It has a cross on it. And I was like, what in the world? Something like that. There's like something in there. And what's weird is just like, yeah, just getting deeper into the lore. And at the time, right, I wasn't really even a believer. So that's the thing. All this stuff I didn't even know about, right? But then, like, I would meet other people that played RPG games, right? And then, like, I'd meet other people that would, like, play, like, the Paladin or, like, the Cleric or, like, the Priest or, like, the Druid and some of these nature classes and stuff. And for some odd reason, they would, like, mysteriously, subtly, like, bring in something about Scripture about it. And I'd be like, what in the world? What did you just say? Like, what? Like, and even, like, it was weird. I met some other believers that played D&D when I was in Long Beach. There was this one mysterious believer, and like he's told me like the D&D that he was into, like his dad got him into it, and it was like, I think it was called Twin Sun, or it was like, what was it called? It was some sort of D&D campaign where something like the sun gets hot and like and starts heating up the earth or something like that, and he started telling me all this crazy lore about this D&D campaign. And then he started like bringing in Bible verses. I was like, what in the world, bro? Like, dude, you were out there, man. Like, it is crazy like that. He's gotten like, and it's kind of funny how like you'll meet other believers, especially, I mean, I don't know. This is, I guess, maybe just the situation that's occurring maybe within my age range or something, because I guess my age range, we kind of grew up in video games and stuff like that, RPG games and stuff like that. But what's weird is that if I talk to most people that actually play RPG games and stuff, there is somewhat of a closer affinity to even a little subtleness where you could talk about the faith a little bit more because of the very classes of the Paladin, the Priest, the Cleric, the even the Druid in some cases, because of like the nature stuff, right? And what's weird is like, just because of that, and if you go deeper into the roots of all that, it's like, man, Gary Gygax, imagine, like, it's so strange how he made that almost come to fruition, like, without that, imagine if, sometimes I imagine to myself, like, imagine if, like, all these RPG games, right, never had the healing class, never had the Cleric, never had the Paladin, never had, all these classes, right? And sometimes I wonder how many seeds of faith did he plant and sow, or that, do you think that God even potentially used that, right? Is God even using that right at this very moment to somehow subtly plant seeds of faith in people, right? Because I know it's planted some seeds of faith in me and in many believers that I've met. Now, this is something I can't really find sermons on for some reason. I think it's maybe because it's maybe more of a phenomena that's maybe occurring in the newer generations of maybe growing up with video games and RPG games and stuff like that. But it is quite interesting. It's interesting to see, and it's interesting to just take note of. And, even like, and that's where it gets me into wondering, like, how small of a seed of faith can you plant, right? And in what degree if you plant a seed of faith, can God use that, right? Or what happens if you fail at planting seeds of faith, right? So take this, for example, right? Like yesterday, we were doing a video game stream of WoW, right? I started playing I was playing the Pacifist Druid, but also when we're playing the Paladin, right? Literally, if you look in the Paladin tree, or the Priest tree too, if you look, even the Druid tree, that's the other weird thing. And if you look at some of those spells and you read those words that they're using in those spells, and you literally take some of those and you look up definitions, you go into deeper lore of what those words mean. What's strange is like a lot of it just goes right back to Scripture. And it's just so weird, right? And I don't know if, like, does anybody else find that weird? Like, I find it weird. I mean, maybe it's because I got into, like, drawing, like, RPG characters, right? So that's the other thing, right? Because I would illustrate these people's RPG characters, right? I said this yesterday, I think. But I would illustrate them, right? And sometimes when you spend so much time drawing a character out, especially when they give you all these details, or like,
I want to like this. Here's the backstory. Oh, this is the reason why they're carrying this sword. This is the reason why it's enchanted and stuff like that. Sometimes when I draw characters now, sometimes this is what has made me look deeper into the lore. Like, I like lore, right? Lore is interesting to me. And what's funny is, like, it's just so strange how there's so much lore with some of the classes, that some of the lore just keeps going on and on and on. Like, take for examples the classes that I brought up, right? And sometimes I wonder, did God somehow maybe use these seeds? Sometimes I wonder, do you think God can somehow use your life, what you're doing, maybe if you're not even a believer at the time, but he'll know that you're going to be a believer later on, and somehow uses your life at that very moment to somehow plant a seed later on for somebody else to be watered by, or be planted from it by, right? And I guess that's the weird thing about thinking about seeds, right? Because sometimes when seeds get planted, they're in the soil, right? And we can't really see them, right? They're kind of like planted underneath all this soil, right? Sometimes we don't really get to see. And you know what's weird about seeds, right? Is like even before the leaves start like sprouting out of the ground, right? There's a whole root network that starts happening underneath the ground, right? There's a bunch of roots that just start going down. And just makes me wonder so much about like how, like, it makes me wonder, how does God use these seeds of faith that we're trying to plant, right? Because if we're called to seek first the kingdom of God, and Jesus likens, he likens the kingdom of many things, right? But one of the big ones is he likens the kingdom to people that go out and sow seeds into the field, right? And it's just so strange to think about that, man. And it's interesting because it's actually quite interesting observing, or maybe not, observing, taking note of how certain believers are trying to plant seeds of faith. And, some of the BMX riders that I've met, I kind of notice how they're doing it, and sometimes they're very, very subtle with it. And sometimes I wish I could sometimes I wish I could even almost get back into doing that, right? But I know it's good to do the Bible studies and stuff, right? To use our words and stuff. But sometimes it was kind of fun to do it more subtly, right? Because I see how some of these BMX riders are doing it, right? Like they will just post something on their story, right? And it'll just be like a cross, or like they'll just take a picture of a church or something, right? And then just find it. Or, here's another one. I've even seen people, they'll literally like ride around, like ride to street spots, and they'll like try and take pictures of like all the crosses that they find. Like go out there and ride street, and like literally every single cross that you come across, try and take a picture of it and just put it on your story, right? Don't say anything about, that's what some of these people do. They don't say anything about it. They just post the picture of the cross, and it's just like, I honestly think that's a subtle seed of faith you can be planting, right? And that's the other weird thing, right? But I don't know. I guess if we think about the body of Christ, right? Like if we go into 1 Corinthians 12 about the many members, every member has a function or something, right? We all have different functions, so I guess, But it is interesting. Sometimes I look back and go, man, I wonder what it would be like if I kept going with the just the subtle way of doing it, or even just how I was doing it in the beginning of these streams, right? Because it's so strange it's so weird how observing you guys that stream, you believers that stream, you guys influenced me to get into doing Bible study devotionals. It's ridiculous. I don't think it's so bizarre to me thinking about it, because I was so scared to even like bring up there was a time, if you look at my very first streams, I would literally just open the Bible really quick. I'd be like, I just randomly open the Bible, and it says, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you. And then I'd be like, boom. And like sometimes I don't even think I would say if it was a Bible verse or not. I would do the thing like I do in WoW, right? And I'd just like close the Bible, boom. Okay, let's get into writing. But now how we're doing it is like, now it's just like, it almost feels like it is almost gotten into like we're having a sesh in the Word. Like we're literally having a sesh in the Word, man. Like we're really trying to find combos. We're finding new combos up in here and trying to do, and that's just so weird that I just randomly opened it and just went on this verse right here. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you. Psalms 32:8. Now I know we've done many Bible studies on this, but now maybe we should just re-up on that one. Huh. See, because that's what I wonder, because I've been influenced by so many believers that, and here's the other thing, right, is that what's sad that I hear as well, and it's actually occurred to me, but what's sad is I actually hear this a lot too. I hear many people bringing up that believers are actually making people not want to believe, right? And that actually is just super like, man, it's actually, I really don't like that at all. It's so sad to think that you could be a believer and you could make somebody else's faith, like you could be ripping people's faith out, like to where they don't even want to believe. That's, man, I just feel like, now I'm not the one to judge who's really, trying to do that kind of stuff, but I can only imagine if the Lord of Lords and King of Kings was, I'd like to think, what would he think about all that, right? Like, are you at least trying to somehow water the... And the other thing is, I know we all make mistakes, right? We all fail and stuff, but I don't know. Sometimes there's some different malevolent purposes that I think people don't really realize at times. And that's the other weird thing, we also are warned from the Lord Jesus Christ that there are wolves in sheep's clothing. There's literally demons guised as believers. Even Satan himself will come to you as looking like a Christian, looking like a believer in Christ. And his ultimate goal is to make us not want to believe. Like, that is that not one of the most strangest things to even hear, right? It's like almost like you're just like, what? Like, what in the world? Like, what did you just say, right? And it's just so strange, but it kind of makes sense because if, like, the serpent is the most craftiest, thing, the craftiest creature and stuff like that, right? It is interesting. Anyway, let's see here. Let's just try and keep being consistent and trying to keep planting seeds of faith, right? I think that's what matters. Is at least if we keep attempting, and if we do fail, we should maybe acknowledge our failures and maybe, But the other thing is, this is the other thing that's occurring, right? Is what happens if you keep failing, right? And nobody calls you out. What if you don't even know you're failing and you're just like, that's the other weird thing. I feel like I'm almost at that area right now where it's like, because it's all these... What's weird is because, these streams, I can't edit things out, right? Like, we're just having to go with the flow, right? We're just going with it, right? And the thing is that I probably do, I will admit, I probably say a lot of things that probably aren't, biblically sound and stuff like that. But in some degree, like, I guess we're just all growing together if we can try and if we keep continually to try and just look deeper into the Word. I'd like to think that as long as we keep getting deeper in the Word, then the things that I did fail on or stuff like that, that maybe I would realize, or hopefully people would call me out on it. And that's the thing, is that so far nobody's really done that. So I don't know what to think. And sometimes I go, well, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Like, what? I've done 400 streams probably of Bible studies. It's like the only critique I've gotten. This is the only thing that I think someone's really fully kind of said as a critique. They told me that sometimes I talk too fast, and sometimes I read with run-on sentences, and that's the thing, is that's the other weird thing, is I need to somehow put periods. They say I'm bad at with my run-on sentences and my periods and stuff like that, and that's what's strange, is I'm like, sometimes I'd be like, man, I gotta kind of maybe slow down when I read, huh? Because that's the other thing, is when I read in my mind on a piece of paper, right, I read way faster than I do talking, right? And sometimes I think because I'm reading it faster in my mind, then sometimes my words are just just trying to keep up with how fast I'm reading. And sometimes we gotta slow it down, right? It's strange, but that's what we're going to get into, okay? Okay, let's see here. Let's get into Psalms 32:8. We'll do a Bible study on it. Let's re-up on it. Let's re-up on Psalms 32:8. Psalm 32:8 commentary. Let's see if we can find one that we haven't read. Okay, let's see here. Do we read Bible study tools? Let's read Bible study tools. Okay, this is the site that we're reading it on. I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. I mean, it's one that comes up, so I'd like to think that it's pretty good, but I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. We're going to read it, okay? Psalms 32:8. I will instruct thee, or cause thee to understand. These by many thought to be words of the Lord, who gives to a man an understanding of spiritual things. He instructs by his providence, and even by afflictive dispensations of providence, and by his word, which is written for the learning of men, and is profitable for doctrine and instruction in righteousness, and by the ministers of it, who are therefore called instructors in Christ, and by his Spirit, when he instructs effectually and to purpose. By him he instructs men in the knowledge of themselves, and of himself in Christ, and of peace, pardon, righteousness, and salvation by Christ, and leads into all truth, as it is in Jesus, and opens the understanding to understand the Scriptures, and the doctrines contained in them, and teach thee in the way which shall go, the path of duty, that was the first word I messed up, from whence men are apt to wander. When the Lord hedges up the way, they would go up with thorny providences, and by his ministers, word and spirit, directs them in the right way, saying, this is the way, walk in it, and the way of truth, which is clearly pointed to in the Scriptures of truth, and by the Spirit of truth, and also the way of life and salvation by Christ, revealed in the gospel, and which the preachers of it show to the sons of men. I will guide thee with mine eye, as a master guides his scholar, or as mine eye, with as much care and tenderness as thou wert the apple of mine eye. See Deuteronomy 32:10 and Zechariah 2:8. Or the words may be rendered, I will counsel, or give counsel, as he does, who is wonderful in counsel, and that by his Son, who is the wonderful counselor, and by his word and testimonies, which are the delight of his people, and the men of their counsel. Mine eye is upon thee, and the eye of the Lord is upon the righteous, to watch over them for good, to provide for them, guide and direct them. These words may very well be considered as the words of David, in which he determines to act a part, agreeable to the title of the psalm, I don't know how to pronounce this, Mashil, I think that's how you say it, Mashil, which signifies instructing or causing to understand, and as he thought himself bound in duty to do, under the influence of the grace and mercy he had received from the Lord, in the forgiveness of his sins, and which he elsewhere resolved to do in a like case, and which is an instance parallel to this, Psalms 51:13. He here promises to instruct men in the way of attaining to the blessedness he had been speaking of, by directing them to take the steps he did, namely, to go to the Lord, and acknowledge and confess their sins before him, when they might expect to find pardoning, mercy, and grace, as he did, and to teach them the way of their duty upon this, to fear the Lord and his goodness, and to serve him in righteousness and holiness all the days of their life. Man, that sounds gnarly right there. Let me read that again. Did I read that wrong? Teach them in the way of truth their duty upon this, to fear the Lord and his goodness, and to serve him in righteousness and holiness all the days of their lives, and to guide them with his eye, by declaring them the gracious experiences he had been favored with, by telling them what he himself had seen and known. That was it? Huh, I thought that was going to be... Well, that was the one on Bible study tools. I thought they would go a little deeper. I thought they would kind of like say some different stuff on that. It's kind of weird. They use the word providences a lot, right? Like that's like God's provision in some degree. And that's the weird thing, right? Let's look up that word again. Man, they brought up like how many times did I read that word? I probably read it like 7 times, it felt like. Providence definition. So maybe the protective care of God or a nature as a spiritual power. God or nature as providing protective or spiritual care. Timely preparation for future eventualities. What the? Dude. Man. Sometimes I wonder, right? And like the very thing that I was talking about, right? About like, these weird seeds of faith that I keep bringing up. Well, I don't even think they're weird. But it's like, it's strange because like, I wonder like, are we to judge other people's seeds that they're trying to plant? Like, do you wonder, like, does God ever use, like, some ridiculous seeds of faith, right? Like, do you think God could even use some seeds of faith that, like, people are just like, imagine all these believers are like, nope, that's not the way to do it. That's not right. Don't do that. But what if that person was trying to plant some seeds of faith? But what if but then it makes me wonder, what would God think about that, right? Is it better to try to plant a seed of faith than to not plant any at all? If we were to seek first his kingdom, right? If Jesus likens the kingdom to people that go out and sow seed out into the field, what does that entail, right? What does God think about failure, right? It makes me think about all these things, right? And as I get deeper into and reading about these commentaries and stuff, I full on start thinking that like it's better to try than to not try at all, right? Even if you're trying even just the slightest way, right? Like even if you just like, and that's the weird thing about thinking about seeds of faith, right? Like I brought up the Dogtown Z-Boys, like Christian Asoy yesterday, right? How like I've heard some believers that say, oh, you shouldn't be wearing a cross, you shouldn't be doing this or this or this or this. But what's weird is in Christian Asoy's life, him wearing a cross when he wasn't even a believer actually planted a seed of faith later on for him, right? And it kind of makes me think of like God's providence, like what it says right here, timely preparation for future eventualities, right? So it makes me wonder, like, does God put you through these strange things to where like maybe something will happen and you start looking back and go, wait a minute, that's strange. Is that a seed of faith that was planted back there? Or just like, even just like in the RPG games thing, or, like, is God using that to somehow till the soils in people's hearts? I don't really know, right? And that's the weird thing is like, I don't know if I'm too, but and that's the weird thing is how do we discern, right? How do we discern what seeds of faith that God is truly using? And that's another interesting thing, right? I mean, it is said that we are to somehow test the spirits, right? And, but it would be strange to just meet other believers and they'd be like, oh yeah, that seed of faith actually got watered in me. And you'd be like, that's strange. But that would be so weird. Imagine you hearing that from believers, right? Being like, oh yeah, these seeds of faith got watered in me because of this way unorthodox thing. But then what if these believers over here are saying that's the wrong way to do it? You go, but didn't that just grow a seed of faith in that person's heart that now he is a believer now? And it's just so strange, right? And it makes me wonder, like, man, there's a lot that goes into it. Providence. So I guess today's Bible study devotional thing, it'll be like Psalms 32, 8, Providence, because we literally listen. We've read that word like let's actually look up the definition of providence definition Bible, because that's just the main definition. Let's look up providence. Let's just look it up. Should we go on Bible study tools? Should we read this one again? Because that one's already lit up. That one's lit up. I guess we could just read that again, huh? I guess we'll go on Bible study tools again. It is like the first one. What's actually the first one that comes up? This is the one that comes up. Mainly, providence means God is aware of what is happening in any given person's life. He is investing in how things go for us. By his Spirit, he is able to steer us, move us, clarify things for us, and motivate us to make decisions on a career or marriage partner or any number of things. See, doesn't that trip you out? That just like, man, it just makes me wonder, right? Like, but it also makes me wonder about the perception of what God may be revealing to us, right? Like how we went into Matthew 13 yesterday, right? Let's read that one again. Maybe we'll leave it at that one. Where is it? This is why I speak to them in parables, because seeing they do not see, and hearing they do not hear, nor do they understand. Indeed, in their case, the prophecy of Isaiah is fulfilled that says, you will indeed hear, but never understand, and you will indeed see, but never perceive. For this, people's hearts have grown dull. And with their ears they can barely hear, and with their eyes they have closed, lest they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and turn, and I would heal them. See, that's what's strange. There's this level of, I almost want to say, divine perception, right? Divine perception. Like, imagine God throwing all these signs out at you, and you're just like, huh? Wait, what's going on? I don't know, man. Like, you can't perceive it, man. But what if like you really started like really tried to look into it, right? What if those are things that God's like full on being like, hey man, this is how I'm guiding people. Are you guys gonna, it's like, it's just so interesting to think about it that way, right? That's a whole nother Bible study. That we could go into a whole Bible study on that. This topic right in there. That's a whole Bible study in of itself. And that's very interesting, right? And that's just like right there, like this is the words of the Lord too. Indeed, in their case, the prophecy of Isaiah is fulfilled that says, you will indeed hear but never understand, and you will indeed see but never perceive. And that's what, it's so interesting. So interesting. And he answered them, to you it has been given to know the secrets of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it has not been given. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. That was the Bible study. Sorry if these things are cringy, but yesterday's Bible study was very harsh. It was like very like rocky. There's some Bible studies that will flow. Like, I'd like to consider this one a much more flowy Bible study. It wasn't like, because like there's some of them where I'll like do a Bible study and I'm just like, I don't know. Like sometimes I read a commentary and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm like really, and sometimes I don't really say that right, because I have read many commentaries. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't really know about, but I'll read it anyway. But it's like, sometimes some commentaries are a little rocky, or just like something's not really like, or sometimes it just feels very like, I don't know, just something about it just feels like there's something jammed in the gears or something, right? But sometimes there's those Bible studies that just goes like, and it's just like smooth, and we're just going with it, right? And I like those ones. Those ones are really fun. See, those ones are fun, and we're trying to have fun. Now let's do a card draw. And we'll get into bike riding. Hopefully I can land something today, but if I don't land anything today, it's okay. No worries. Hopefully it shows other people that, it's okay to fail. It's okay to fail. Let's keep going. I think it's okay to fail. I think the most important thing is just to keep being consistent. And you can start learning stuff, learn more things, and just keep going. And we're just gonna keep climbing the mountain of our failures. We're on a big hike, everybody that's on the stream. We're just gonna keep climbing. We're gonna keep climbing. And this is a gnarly backpacking session. This is like straight up. We're going on some backpacking trips now. Okay, let's see here. Let's do a card draw. And let me just kind of think about what I want to practice today. See, sometimes I like to think and say that I'm going to practice these things. But what I've been noticing actually now is that for some odd reason, some tricks come easier certain days. Like certain days, some tricks will just feel way hard for some reason, and then other days they'll feel easy. Except, it's just weird. I'm just like, why does that trick feel so weird today? Like, yesterday it felt easier. I don't know. That makes no sense, huh? It's just, muscle memory is very strange. Muscle memory is very weird. And that's basically what we're learning right now. We're basically just crafting a freaking armor piece or something, and we're just having to like learn it in our muscle memory, and we're going to hopefully fashion it onto us to where we can start comboing it and putting it into our repertoire. But shout outs to all you flatland riders out there. You guys put in a nice, like, dude, some of the tricks that you guys are doing, man, it's like, holy mo. And I see it, and I feel so bad sometimes. I wish there was a way I could give you guys more views. I see some ridiculous flatland stuff, and it'll have like 50 views. I'm like, what in the world, bro? Like, or to have like 20 views. I'm like, bro, that trick was gnarly, dude. Like, I don't even. But who knows? I mean, I think eventually the people will. I don't know. And shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. Okay, let's see here. I think it's shuffled enough, right? Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is. One more. Card draw on our Insta. Oopa, 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 oopa. Greetings, travelers. Welcome to the card draw of the day, where we get to observe some artwork. I know these things are really cheesy to do, but hey, man, it's something I could do consistently, and I like seeing the artwork, and it's kind of like opening up a little Easter egg, right? Because I shuffle the cards up, and I don't know what we're gonna pick. So let's see what the card of the day today is. Oh, interesting, intriguing. We got renewed faith. Look at this dude. He's like a paladin. Look at him. He's so happy. It's so funny. Renewed Faith by Dave Dorman. Interesting. Renewed Faith. What? Dude's like casting some sort of spell or something. Or wait, that's a mace or something. What? Dude, I never realized it was a mace. I thought it was a potion or something. Huh. That's the card of the day, everybody. Whoop. I'm actually curious who watches these things. I don't even look at the viewers now. I used to always like look at like who's viewing the things, and that's weird. That's strange. Actually, a good amount of people are actually viewing. It's so funny, dude. Like a good amount of people view these little card draw things. It's hilarious. It's so funny. Like, it just takes no time at all. Well, it does take a little bit of time, but, you know, not that much time. But check out this card. This card is hilarious. Yeah, buddy. Woo-wee. We haven't drawn this card as a first card in so long. Renewed Faith, dude. Look at that card, man. That card's hilarious. Renewed Faith. Second card of the day. Island. Island. Ooh, Twilight Drover. Interesting. Twilight Drover. Spirit creature. 4. Ooh, I like this card. Another cool little paladin card. Gaia's Blessing. I really like the art on that one. It's very pre-Raphaelites. 5. Ooh, man, we got a lot of paladin cards. That's so funny. Look at it. It's so hilarious because we were talking about paladins today, huh? Rafik of the Many. Bro, this reminds me of like the thing we were talking about today. I mean, I guess that might be all related because a lot of these things do kind of inspire me of what I think about, right? But it's funny because the flavor text on this card says, many sigils, one purpose. It just makes me think of like all the seeds of faith, right? And I like the line in the background. It reminds me of Proverbs 28:1. The wicked flee though no one pursue, but the righteous are as bold as lions. This one's done by Michael Cormack. Michael Cormack does some amazing knights, by the way. I'm wondering if his name's influenced him because, just looking up like Michael and stuff, it's all these knights and stuff. 2, 3, 4. I wonder if he as a kid he got inspired by that because he paints some crazy looking knights, dude. Like, look at that knight. Like, even I don't know, right? Does that knight not look gnarly? That knight looks gnarly, bro. Like, it almost looks like you're just looking into a portal, dude. It's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, we've been drawing this card a lot. Dude, it's so hilarious. Look at this one. Elvish Visionary. Bro, we drew this one yesterday. I like the flavor text on this one. From a tiny sprout, the greatest trees grow and flourish. May the seeds of your mind be equally fruitful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next card. Ooh, Overtaker. Ooh, I need to learn this trick, actually. There's actually a trick called the Overtaker. Oh, man. I've totally forgotten about that. There's a BMX trick called the Overtaker. Last card. Oh, look at that. Dude, I know these card draws are just I do not pre-plan these card draws. I do not sit there and be like, okay, I want this card and we're going to draw this one, we're going to draw this. But bro, sometimes when I do these Bible study devotionals and then I do this card draw thing, it's even today it's just bro, maybe it has to somehow maybe be I'm already influenced a bit with all of this artwork already, so it's maybe just a happen chance circumstance that I start drawing some cards. But man, even just this card right here, dude, Builder's Blessing, man. This one just reminds me of the Seeds of Faith. Literally, it just reminds me of the Seeds of Faith thing we went into today, right? And here's the flavor text on this one, which is very interesting, right? Mix the mortar with holy wards, or blood will run in the streets. Wait, isn't that weird? Holy wards. Is that the last card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that was the hand for today. Very interesting, man. That hand right there, man. It's doesn't that is it strange that inspires me to keep going in the faith? Is that just weird? Is that bad that something's keeping me inspired to keep going? Right? Because I think some believers would be like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that, right? You should not be doing that. But what if it's just it inspires me to keep going in the faith, right? It's what do you do at that point, right? It's I don't know, man, right? Huh. What did I say yesterday? Let's see here. Okie dokie. Oops. Okay, let's do this. Let's get up in here, man. Let's finna do this. Oops. Oopsies. Let's plug this in. I didn't even check to see if my stream was even working. Oh my goodness, is this thing even on? Okay, it's on. It's on. Okay, let's try to get our PSI in order. I'm wondering what other, I wonder what pro flatlanders would tell me. They'd be like, man, you should be running some full-on flat geometry. I'm wondering, I never have ridden the offset forks. I'm wondering, how much that would change everything. It has to do something because, I see all these flat riders are running the zero offset forks. They're running the smaller stem. They're running the bars with the less sweep. I'm just wondering, it has to change something, drastically, maybe. Oh well, we'll just do as much as we can with this setup. I don't. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to start going in between the PSI I was really running in the was trying to run. Let's put some music on. Let's put some copyright-free music on, which is probably going to get copyrighted later on, but that's what's weird about these copyright-free stuff. They say it's copyright-free, and then later on they put a copyright on it, so... Just gotta lean way forward, man. I gotta be flipping over, I think. Right, so back here in the handles. Hello. Hello there. Welcome. Just messing around. How good is it? Ah! You ride BMX? Do you ride bicycles? Do you like to read the Bible? That's what we're gonna do on the stream, so. You are on the BMX segment, we really don't. I try to promote the God in some degree, but more only in the beginning of the stream. song. Bicycle, yes, but no BMX, huh? Ooh, that's cool. I like all types of bikes, honestly. If I could, I would probably be a mountain biker. If mountain biking wasn't so expensive, I probably would be a mountain biker. That stuff is expensive, man. It's like $20K for like the top gear. But more power to you guys. You guys are helping the bike industry. Anything that helps the bike industry, I'm down with. Ah, that was sketchy. That was sketchy. Ah, I missed it. It's really fun though. So, the style of BMX that I'm trying to learn on stream is called flatland, and what's really cool about it is you can learn it in very tight areas. So we're riding in a little garage, 15 by 15 square foot area. And there's been a lot of riders that have ridden in even smaller areas, which is crazy. Think that. Aye. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna try. I was gonna try bar to foot jam toe up. Yeah. It actually, I mean, I guess it depends on what you're trying to learn. Because I would stream outside. The thing is, also about flatland and say is like, you want to find like a level area, right? You can ride and learn this stuff like on, you know, like on dirt, on grass, stuff like that, or like on sloped areas. But generally, if you have a level surface, it gives you a consistent variable, right? So, and the more consistent your variable you can get, the more consistent you can try and learn tricks, right? Because you have a consistent thing. Whereas if I was learning it on a sloped area, it would change a lot of the variables. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna try. I was gonna try. I guess we can just mess around. Grab the tire that time. Trick lately. Yeah, kinda, well, there's a lot of YouTube videos you can learn from. And Dead Dad.
One of my low-level beam arms is now 3 levels higher.
Oh, we're the only line I have today. See ya. Thank you for stopping by. Peace be with you. See ya. Okay, well, that was the only line I've landed today. Oh, the tags didn't show up on here. Wait, I gotta rewrite these tags. Cycling. And save. Tags. Oh, we need the Christian tag. Christian. Bible. Bike. Boom. There we go. Okie dokie. Dude, I get like some gnarly shin splints. You know, like those shin splints you get running? Man, I get these gnarly shin splints. I don't know what trick it's doing, but Alright, what? Oh yeah, I was gonna make a street marker. Because we landed the line. Beep, 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 beep. Add street marker. Man, my tags don't save on here. That's weird. Oh. Let's see what you do like a long hang 5 line. Ah, kidding me. Oh, I gotta kidding me. Fudge. Yip, yip, yip. Why don't these tags work? I guess it doesn't really matter, but I would like some tags on here. Oops. Oh, there we go. See, now some of the tags work. Horseman's always tripped me out. That's why I would rather do tail whips, honestly, but. Trying to go hang five, squeaker onto this thing, pivot 180, gyrator. It's always weird, like, going from a hang five on that thing. Because you gotta, like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like, I'm gonna switch it up now, so I'm not just doing the same thing over and over again. Gosh, man. Oh, the funky chicken always gets me. Why am I so bad at funky chickens? It's just frustrating. People say that was their first scuff that they learned, and it's been like, I feel like this funky chicken's like, I don't know, man. I don't know how people think it's easy. I'm like, they really struggle with it. Fun though. It is hard. Huh. I wonder what I can do from that one. Good song. I like this song. Ooh, my brake slipped. eBay. Oh, look at all the correction hops. Alright, the pedal flip. Oh, so close. It's like the worst that'll happen. See, it's like, it's always scary, but it's not that bad, right? Like, that's literally probably the worst that'll happen. Well, I guess the worst thing that'll happen is if you just don't put your hands up, but your hands are already out. So, I just wish I could, like, just hold it, man. I want to, like, hold it. Lurk. What's that one? North Hill Live. I think I've seen you guys, huh? Wait, are you guys part of that ministry? You guys are part of that ministry, huh? I know, on the ceiling. Honestly, I'm scared to hit my head on this thing. Cause like, that's why I don't really do like a lot of bunny hop tricks. I always think I'm gonna hit my head on that thing. Thanks for stopping by, man. I hope you guys have been having a good Saturday. We did a Bible study on Psalms 32:8. Let's see if I can remember. What is Psalms 32:8? It's oh my goodness, I literally just did a Bible study and I can't even remember. It's he instructs. Oh my goodness, bro, I've forgotten it. It's something about God instructing us. He will instruct us in the ways to go. He will guide us with my eye upon you, or something like that. Oh, I gotta read it now. Bro, see, this is what happens. Like, I don't remember verses. I remember some verses. But what's weird is I literally did a Bible study on Psalms 32:8 today. I can't even remember the verse. I literally just did a Bible study on it. We did a Bible study on Psalms 32:8. Okay. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you. The Psalm of David. Psalms 32:8. This one. So isn't it weird like how some verses you can remember and then some verses I just can't remember? I mean, I kind of got it right, but it wasn't exactly it, right? A little bit. All right. That one's it. I need to remember to drink water. I always forget to drink water. Heat. Oh. And I love the reggae vibes, dude. I finally found some reggae that's copyright free. I mean, these are just beats, but like, dude, it's taken so long just to, I mean, I guess I didn't really like look it up, right? Because I put in like reggae free and like not much stuff would come up, but then if you put in like reggae instrumentals, I wonder what all the other flatland riders are doing right now. I'm kind of worn out today. I didn't sleep that much for some reason last night. Oh, this guy's streaming. One of the top-rated Holy Paladins.
Closed his UI. Mistakes happen, it's all good.
That's strange. He changed his UI. Looks cleaner like that, I think. Or I think that, maybe he didn't change his UI, but that one does look really clean. Oh wait, maybe he didn't change his UI. Yeah, I like that though. It looks way cleaner. It kind of has that classic WoW vibe. Man, he really has his, It's just really close up in there, huh? Is that a squirrel? Oh, I thought that was a squirrel. Man, it would be so cool to have a squirrel pet. I thought that dog was a squirrel, man. I land? Oh yeah, I did land one line today. Alright, back. And you fill this water bottle up. That's about break time. You want to see my old streams? Here they are. On there. This thing's still on? Are we still in the... Eepa, 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 eepa. Let's see, we need to practice some tricks. You know what? I should probably learn the funky chicken tail whip. I'm like, I keep trying to learn all these different tricks. I probably should just like stick with some of the tricks that I need to just get down, right? Dude, one false trip. Jeebus, dude, you freaking... Oh my goodness, dude, one false trip, bro, you would die. Are you kidding me, bro? Alright, let's do this. Oh, this is about to die on me, man. I'm about to die on this! How do you go in a circle? Oh, I'm about to do it. Dude, that's a strange scuff pattern. You gotta like do a heavy scuff, little scuff, or like, I don't know, there's a scuff pattern to it, I know. To go in a circle, there's a different scuff pattern. You can do a fire hydrant and a freak squeak. Or a front yard. I think it's called a front yard. What do people call it a front yard? almost did it. Let's practice some funky chicken tail ups. This is a good song. You know what? I think I'm lifting it up too heavy. Do some back ears, I guess. Bro, I almost did it. I'm getting closer. Oh, dude, water feels so good. I think I've been getting too dehydrated, man. I almost did it. Oh, that was close. You just gotta keep being chill, not get frustrated. Dude, I think I finally may have learned this trick, kind of. frustrated. You just got to get the right scuff pattern. It's kind of different than like a gerator. It's like you got to like put a little bit more, like you got to be a little bit more pressured on it. But I think the hard part is about this is like spinning around and keeping your body weight even. Because if you put too much body weight on this side, or too far back or too far forward, it doesn't work. You gotta like be in this little, like this balance point area in the middle. Oh. Is that a Smith Decade? I think that's kind of like a Smith Decade, huh?
This is Jules, VP of the Petro Company, about to use Rare.
Come on. Almost landed it. Ah, darn it. It's like I lost it. No. Gnarly. I almost landed it 2 times. Come on, bro. Ah, it's so hard to land. I don't understand like how they're doing it. Like it just seems so inconsistent to land. There has to be something I'm doing wrong. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think it's something behind my back. It's like some sort of balance point I'm messing up. See, it's like, it's like, why do some of them work and some don't? Because it feels like I'm doing the exact same thing. It literally feels like I'm doing the exact same thing, but for some reason, some work and then some don't. What is with that? I think I'm being too slow. You gotta be like super quick to the draw. Oh man, such a weird trick. But it's like fun. It's like fun, but it's so frustrating. Cause like it feels like I'm never gonna land it. I just gotta be chill. As long as I don't get frustrated, we can keep going. Oh, the music stopped. Come on. We almost have it. I've been struggling with this one for a long time. I feel like we are making a little bit of progress though. Oh, you know what I should do with these cables? These things should be up, I think, like that. What do I think about it? Come on. What am I messing up? I think my body weight's too on this side. Or it's like I need to lean more back. I need to lean more like back on this side, I think. Because I keep like going and looping out right here. Come on, bro. Ah, man. Not get frustrated. Not get frustrated. We're gonna keep going. It's like figuring out a gnarly puzzle. I've been stuck on this one for 2 years. See, it's like if I don't have, you gotta like push the bike up and you have to like push it in that right angle so you can let go of your hands first off, but then if you push it too much this way, it leans you this way, and if you don't do it enough, it pushes your bike down like that. So you gotta like find this like, there's like this little area within all of this, and there's a balance point within this little circle radius. There's a balance point within it all. See, like that one I think I pushed the bike too behind my back. I like pushed it too much this way. And like that pushes my body weight more on this side. So I need to like I think that's the hard part about this trick. You just gotta like, once you get it behind your back, you have to like get it in the middle. But like, it's like this little balance point. It's weird. I feel like that's like a Smith decade or something, huh? Ay. I feel like I just start getting progressively worse for some reason on this trick. Like over time. It's like I get too slow. So you gotta be super fast in the beginning, push it in the right area, then you have to put your body weight in the middle of it all, and then you let go of your hands. Hesitated. Oh, what's this?
Make this your best golf season yet at Dick's Sporting Goods and Golf Galaxy. Try the latest game-changing clubs. Take it to the next level with a custom fitting by one of our certified fitters. Pre-order your clubs in-store or online at Dick's Sporting Goods and
Man, this thing is finicky, dude. It's just like, you just gotta keep doing it until you just get that right one. Too slow. Alright, I think I gotta like give up, man. Ah, darn. Man, that Owen always defeats me. I got some. This week, though, I've had two really close calls, man. Two really, really, really close calls. I literally almost just landed right there, like. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh well, it's okay. It's just how it is. That's just how it be. Ew. Oh my goodness, he's doing it, dude. Look at that. He's doing the trick I'm trying to do. He's doing it the other way though. See, so if you look at this, how he's doing it right here. I don't know if he's doing the right end that I'm doing, but see how I'm doing it the opposite way? I'm doing it the other. I'm doing it the way that it's the spin this way. He's doing it with the spin this way. That's why I'm learning it this way, is because it puts me in the spin this way. But it's really hard. Oh, well, it's okay. We can keep slowly practicing it. Hopefully we'll learn it. I feel like I'm getting a little bit better at it. That's definitely for sure. It's starting to get a little, like I'm getting more times where I'm almost landing it. So that's cool. I mean, I guess we could try the other variation now. Let's try the locomotive. There's two variations to this trick. Sometimes, like, the locomotive's easier, and then sometimes this one's easier, so it's weird. It's like give or take. There is two different variations to this trick. Let's try the locomotive version. Locomotive variation. Sometimes this one's actually easier, so sometimes it's harder, sometimes it's easier. Let's see what it's going to be like today. Feels kind of like the same though. Come on. See, it's harder. Today it's harder. Some days it's easier. That's the weird thing, but I can kind of tell today it's harder. Just can't get into it. Scary. That scared me. Alright, we're done with that. We're done with it, I guess. For that one. That trick anyway. Practice hang 10 minutes. I kind of want to do that to Squeaker. I don't know how they hold it. I think I gotta put more pressure right here. I'm putting pressure. Maybe I should like, what if I put like a little bit of, I wonder if I'm putting my legs in the wrong area. Maybe I gotta jam it right here. Dude, that's weird. Nope. That trick ain't coming today. About the hang. Oh yeah, let's try the boomerang one. We haven't been trying the boomerang one today. Oh, that was almost it. That's close. It was sketchy, but it's close. It's hard to get like the right carve to do the next decade, but it's doable. That's what we're going for. I'm actually starting to learn it, I think. It's actually kind of weird. You have to like slow it down at the end. I think I've been like trying to do it too fast. There's actually kind of like a spot you need to slow it down at the end instead of just trying to go fast at it, I think. That was kind of like a variation of it. Not exactly what I was going for. I wanted to do the decade, but I'll take that too. The second thing we've landed today. Dude, actually, it's so weird, man. Yesterday I was struggling, bro. It's weird. There's like a lot of subtle timing in flatland. Like sometimes it's weird, like it's like this little subtle timing, like literally it's like a millisecond, it feels like. But if you mess up these milliseconds, like it's like it changes so much of like your weight on the bike, your rotation, Like, I don't know, it's so weird. And it's so strange, like how some days it's just like my timing's so off. And then some days it's just like, it works, I don't know. Like you're just in it. Okay, let's see if I can do the decade. I want to do the decade. So we're gonna do flail, half boomerang to half hydrant decade. We'll try to do, but it ain't really working. How does do? Actually, maybe I should stop. I guess we'll keep that same. Okay, so I have to remember there's like this point where you have to kind of like slow it down. It's really weird because it feels like you need to speed it up, but you actually need to slow it down and then do it. That's what it feels like. That bike? Ooh, loosen my bike. Come on, let me get that decade. Ah, we got the decade, come on. That's the hard part, man. Come on. I feel like if my back wheel lifts up, it doesn't want to work. You like how it lifts up a little bit? It like messes me up. But the ones that I've been noticing, the ones where my back wheel doesn't really lift up, it like works. This is a weird trick. I literally did like 5 of them just now, so hopefully we can drill it into muscle memory. Solidify it. I think what ends up happening is when my back end goes up like a little bit, it pushes my back end like this. And it makes it harder to get into the next trick. But like, I really don't know what's making my back wheel lift up like that. I gotta like, I don't know. It's weird. Come on. It's just doing it. Oh, I was too fast right there. Do this. And I feel like I can do it, man. I can do all these tricks separately. Now we just gotta put them all together. Come on. I think I'm actually doing it too fast. I need to slow it down. We need to slow it down. Ah, fudge. I ran out of room. Darn, I thought that was going to be it. I gotta like do it a little bit more over here. Actually, I need to carve it around. Carve it around and come on. Why is it so finicky? Oh, fudge. That was it, man. Gosh, dude. You gotta get that right whip to do the decade. That's the hard part now. Because like I'm getting out of the half boomerang thing at different speeds, right? And sometimes when I go at different speeds, it's hard to get the right whip speed to do the decade. We need to like somehow figure this out. Right here. Oh. Carve it around. That easy. What's making my back wheel go up? Why is it doing that? Maybe it's because I'm like too far forward. It's like, oh, maybe that's what's causing it. Like my weight's over here. It's like pushing my back end up. So maybe I have to like come over here and get into it. I feel like I can almost like maybe I might even be able to just do a boomerang to decade. What if I could do that? Just straight up just boomerang to decade instead of having to do the half thing. Is this copyright free? Oh, it is copyright free.
I'm saying what I want to say, and I don't even.
Guess I should try some multiple fire hydrants. Timing. There's two. Come on. Need too much on this side. Bro. This trick is so weird. Two. No cigar. I feel like I need like a fast song to do this trick. funky chicken gets me. It's weird, like, I keep messing up the scuff on the funky chicken. Or like, I'm like lifting it up too high. I need to chill out. Like, I need to like chill out. Don't lift it up so high. And just do like more powerful scuffs. I'm like lifting it up too high and doing too powerful of scuffs. I need to lift it up less, do the powerful scuff. It's too angled. Oh, I missed my foot. Come on. Ugh. Keep messing this up. I keep putting my foot over here, and it like pushes my bike to either side. Man, there's a lot of free reggae beats.
Perfect Bar, the protein bar that has it all. Made
Huh.
with freshly ground nut butter, organic honey, and 20+ superfoods.
There's actually a lot of reggae beats that are free. You know what? I actually think I know what it is. I'm like pushing my bike like this. I need to like push it out like that. It's like I'm too much like this. I think that's what it is. I got tired. Whew. That was tiring. We landed another line. Oh man, that was gnarly. Man, riding's fun. It probably doesn't seem fun, but it's fun. uh, do 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 do. Do 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 Oh. My leg hurts. I don't know why. I don't want to look at it. I think it's bleeding, but I think I'm bleeding. Something hurts on my leg. There's some old fit frames. Well, we landed some stuff today, so I mean that's kind of cool. At least landed something today. Okay, I think it's about time to end the stream. Oh wait, somebody, holy moly, somebody's in here. Bro, are you still in here? I am so sorry, bro. I have not even like, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, bro. I haven't even been checking on the chat, bro. Oh man, I'm sorry, dude. I'm streaming on a phone, so I really apologize. I'm just so used, I'll be really honest, I'm so used to nobody even in the stream. Like there's so many streams where not a single person even shows up. So I'm just so used to just like, sometimes I forget I'm even streaming. I look down at the chat and I'm like, what in the world? Someone's talking. What's up, dude? Here, wait, let me do some stuff. Let's see, let me put the stream up so I can see the chat. Okay, then we'll ride. Matthias, huh? Yeah, Matthias is an amazing rider, man. He is an amazing BMX rider. Shoutouts to Matthias. Matthias Dandua, I think is his name. I don't know what to really do. I can't even hot bar, by the way. Let's see if I can do a bar line for you. Oops. Rebate. Oop. Bar back. Nope. Oh, thanks, Steve. Yeah, I used to ride, I used to mainly ride park and street, but I actually tore my ACL. That actually got me deeper into flatland. I'm actually rocking this really gnarly brace right now. see if we do a live read. Oh, darn. Didn't get into it. Let me see the let's see here. I usually, what's the bike check? Okay, let's see here. I know it took me a long time. Honestly, it's weird. Hank 5s took me like 6 months to learn. So the bike check is, it's a Colt Shorty, 20.75. Shout out to Robbie Morales over at Colt Crew. He hooked it up with this frame. I got it at their place. I'm not running any specific flatland parts except for this peg. I should be running a shorter frame. This frame's really, really big for flatland. This is not even a flatland frame, but it has gyro mounts, so. This is the only flatland specific part I have. It's this, I actually don't even know what peg this is, but it's one of those knurled pegs, and it has that cap thing for pivot stuff. This one was given to me by Ryan Russell, flatline rider over at S&M. We got a animal hub. Most of my bikes just been given to me by my friends who ride for companies and stuff. These are some kink forks. No degree off sweep. Should be running off sweep, honestly, because most flatland riders are running 0 offset, but no offset. These aren't actually even meant for front brakes. See how it doesn't have brake mounts right here? I'm actually using the rod setup of like those Walmart brakes for the front brakes. I'm running a Colt, I think this is a Colt Salvation stem, flipped upside down. These are S&M bars. You got this weird trigger lever. I got some stock cranks that I got a Colt Dakota sprocket. This is just a mountain bike seat. Plastic peg, metal peg, and yeah. And then shadow metal pedals. And that's about it. No real flatline parts on it. No real flatline parts on it, but it's fun. Three, two, one. I'll put in some music on. It's really fun though. We could do some local fire street. Yeah, flatland's fun, dude. You know, one of the best things about flatland is you can learn it in really tight areas. So this is actually a 15 by 15 square foot area. And it sounds crazy, man, because like I grew up racing, right? And if you would have told me, like, when I was a little kid, I'm going to be riding in a little garage, I would have been like, what in the world, bro? But what's crazy is I'm having more fun trying to learn flatland than, like, a lot of stuff. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, like, I used to live over in Long Beach. So this is actually how I got into flatland. I used to live over in Long Beach, and there's a big flatland scene in Long Beach. Well, actually just every scene, like the skating scene, street riding, park riding. It's all in Long Beach, man. It's crazy. Just Southern California. And I met all those flatlanders out there. They got me into it. I moved back home because of the plague, and I actually tore my ACL doing a 180 over the spine, which I've done a lot of times. I somehow tore my ACL. It wasn't a full tear. Some of the doctors said I should get surgery, and some said I should do rehabilitation. But then I just got, my friend gave me this gnarly brace, so I have this gnarly brace right now, and it's been holding up, so. And then that kind of pushed me into wanting to learn flatland. So ever since then, I've been doing that. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's definitely challenging. It is challenging. Somewhere between Texas and Cali. She landed on that. Oh, you're from Riverside, huh? No way, huh? Bro, do you know Ryan Russell? Ryan Russell used to live in Riverside. I think Dennis Anderson, Steve Woodward, yeah, a bunch of people lived over there. Cause there's that gnarly park. What's it called? I forgot. There's that wood skate park in Riverside. There also was that one house. I don't know if you remember it, but there was this one house, and this dude had a skate park in his yard or something like that. Dude, Larry Edgar, huh? Dude, that dude's gnarly, bro. That dude like airs out like 40 feet in the air, bro. Oh my god. Shout outs to Larry Edgar, man. That dude's gnarly. What was that combo I just landed? I just landed some sort of combo. Jurapa Skate Park, Hunt Skate Park. Okay, huh. What's crazy is I can't even hop bar spin. I just do pull-up. I just do pickup bars. Okay, you moved out of Cali in 2018? Darn. Last bounce. in the military. Try to get. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, my dad was in the Air Force. Yeah, you're more a street rider? That's cool, man. Yeah, I used to ride a bunch of street. Lately, I've just been focusing fully, like, I'm like fully into flatland now. What's crazy is like, when I first started streaming, I actually wanted to stream at the skate park. But you need like some expensive internet to stream at the skate park. Or to like do it outside of your Wi-Fi, right? And so like I haven't been able to stream outside. I could stream out front, but like not like, you know, like super like far away past the Wi-Fi. And like what's funny is then like since I'm kind of tethered to the Wi-Fi, it kind of got me more into flatland. Because actually the state I'm in, there's only 2 other flatland riders that are really about it, right? And they live kind of far away. So I can't really go and like sesh with them a lot of times, right? So another thing about like streaming is it's been giving me like, you know, like when you're at the park, you get like that camaraderie. Like your homies are just like, bro, get that, like land it. You know, I like that vibe, man. And sometimes like it was like, when I would just be like, I honestly think streaming has gotten me deeper into learning flatland. Because, I don't know, it just motivates me to keep going. Yeah, honestly, I haven't, there's been a couple other people trying to stream I see them trying to stream the BMX stuff. The thing is that I think it's their internet. Because they want to stream at the skate parks, right? So, like, they want to do what I wanted to do. I want to stream at the skate parks, right? But sometimes, like, they don't have the internet, you know? It's like, you need, like, someone on stream came to me and they said, like, you need some sort of, like, backpack modem thing. I don't know. So, I'm surprised more Flatlanders don't stream. That's the thing, right? Because, you know, with Flatland, all you need is I've seen people shred an 8x8 square, man, you know? But yeah, the other reason why I started streaming, is because like while learning flatland, right? Like, cause this is my camera that I normally film stuff. This is like an old phone, right? Well, actually not. This is my newer iPhone, right? And the thing is like I only have maybe about 20 or 30 minutes on this phone to film before I have to delete it. I have to cut clips. Dude, what's a trip about streaming, bro? Is it's literally like having an unlimited storage device. Like imagine having like something you could plug into your phone and it's a giant modem where you could just store 24/7 information, like thousands of gigabytes. It's like having a phone with 1,000 gigabytes, like unlimited gigabytes. And it just tripped me out because like, dude, I have so much, I have hours and hours, I have probably like 1,000 hours or something just streamed, all just saved, bro. And like, what's crazy about it is like, I've landed so many clips, right? You know, like when you like you're just messing around and you just land something, you're like, what in the world? I just landed that. And like you weren't filming it and you're like, oh dude, I wish I was filming it. That's another reason why I stream is because like I'll land something on flat, like not even, because normally I would like to have it in high def on my phone, right? But at least I caught it on the stream. But yeah, these streams are actually really weird. I will be really honest, these streams are super bizarre because you know how like you said like there's not many BMXers that stream? Well, that's the case. There really isn't a BMX community at all. There's not even really a skateboard community because I've met a couple skateboarders that stream. I forgot, there's one that streams on here. I forgot his name. But what's weird is, what's actually strange is like, I've met more like believers, like Christians, that a lot of Christians that stream, right? And they like motivate me to keep going. They're like, dude, you gotta keep doing it. I'm like, all right, man, like I'll keep trying. So I started like doing like these Bible study things. So I do like Bible study, devotionals, and then we get into flatland riding, and then I play some games and stuff like that. They're really awkward, but it's funny. Nope. I can sometimes do a quad. I've been trying to get after the quad lately. Yep. Huh. Let's see if I can do some street stuff in here. I guess I've been like trying to mix the street stuff with the flatland. But I do have like this stuff right here. Alright. Maybe it's like this combo up in here. This is kind of like one of those like Jersey bank things. I tried to get back into it. Oops. Yeah, so far it's been weird. Flatland's just so rewarding when you learn a trick. Even when you just land a trick, it's just so rewarding. But it just takes a long time, that's the thing. I wish there was more Flatlanders in the states that I'm in. But I guess everything happens for a reason because it got me into streaming, right? But it would be cool if there was like a big scene here, but there's literally only 2 other riders that ride flat here. I don't know what post learning. Trying to do a steamroller. Trying the steamroller. I've been trying that all day today. Probably gonna end up doing a drawing stream now. During the 3-hour markers, kind of want to get tired. See, what I would like is I'd like to make a box in here, right? But the thing about, see, I would love to have a box that I could grind in here, right? I have some neighbors and like, I just feel like it'd make a lot of noise. I feel like I already make a lot of noise, so. Yeah, but what I've actually been seeing lately is I've been seeing people having like 2 setups. Like they'll have a flat setup and then like a park street setup, you know? But I actually did have that for a while. But it kind of like started tripping me out, right? Like, cause I had like the park setup. It was actually this was actually my park bike, right? My park street bike. And then I had a flat setup. And the problem is that like I would learn tricks on both of them. And then like, if I couldn't do a trick, I'd be like, is it because I'm not using that geometry or something, right? So that's why I've been sticking with just like one bike, right? Because I feel like once I start changing geometry and stuff, it like messes up me like trying to learn a trick or something. Because I keep thinking, I gotta like change something on my bike, right? Oh, that'd be cool, yeah. One with a free coaster and one with a cassette. Yeah, I actually tried a free coaster, man. I cannot, for some odd reason, I cannot ride a free coaster. It's so hilarious because I'm like into the flatland stuff, right? But for some reason, man, like free coasters, like I don't like the slack. Like the slack messes me up every single time. I know they make the planetary hubs that don't have the slack, you know, they have the pedal pressure. But I'm just so used to using I use pedal pressure a lot. You know, like you know when you do like a little 360 tail tap or something. Out of here though. Probably gonna save some energy, do a drawing stream. Oh. I'm probably gonna be out of here though. I might actually stream in a little bit. I'm gonna probably do a drawing stream. I'm just tired. Tired. Riding for a couple hours already. I did land a couple clips though. See, the other cool thing about like Twitch is like they have the video producer thing, right? And so like I mean, I don't know if you know it, but like, so if you're like streaming on Twitch, right? Like you can like open it up right here. Like you open it up like the stream manager, and then like you can edit the stream info, right? And then like what you can do is you can just press this button right down here, add stream marker, and like you can make a highlight on it, and then you could go, and what's cool about Twitch is it has this video producer thing, right? And so like say you land a clip and you weren't actually like filming it, you'd be like, oh, okay, and bring out your phone, add a stream marker, and then go on your computer, and then you'll find that little area where you got that clip. And I've gotten hundreds of clips already just doing that. Like just thanks to using this Twitch thing. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, anyway, I'm probably out of here, man. I'm out of here. I'm tired. I need to eat something. It's been 3 hours. But I'm gonna really be honest with you, man. These streams are really awkward, bro. Like, because I do these Bible study things in the beginning, man, and like, man, the Bible studies get awkward. I ain't gonna lie. But all these believers, man, I have all these believers that follow me, so like, they like motivate me, and and I follow these other believers that stream, and they like motivate me to keep going. Anyway, man, dude, nice meeting you, dude. I really appreciate you stopping by the stream. But yeah, I normally stream. I try and stream a lot, so yeah. I'm gonna hopefully maybe get into doing a drawing stream later, but I might go chill with some buddies. Peace out, bro. Dude, thanks for stopping by, man. Good meeting another fella. You're like probably the 5th bike rider I've met. I've been streaming for like 2 years. You're like the 5th BMX rider I've met on here. In like 2 years. Isn't that crazy? Oh my goodness. Dude, peace out, bro. I'm out of here.